Die, you little bastards. Hey guys, this is Freerider2142, and this is my Hammerhead. I just wanted to show the technology I made behind it. I didn't invent it really. I saw something similar in somebody else's chip and I decided to try something of my own, and that's how it came to be. If you want to see exactly my design for these engines and everything, you can skip to 5 minutes and 48 seconds. It's a little more of a garage thing. You can see exactly how they work. If not, just enjoy watching. It flies really well. It's really maneuverable. It's got a lot of firepower. It has 16 50 cals, 10 40 mils, 288s, and 4 missile launchers. The invasion clip that you just saw, I hope you like that one. I finished it with guns, basically fired 3 missiles, I think, in the whole thing. And this thing can get really fast from 0 in climbing speed, or if you just reverse the thrust and you decide to change directions, you can just reverse thrust, give it afterburner to stop, just like that. They can fly backwards even, turn around, aim in another direction pretty much, and go there. I designed this after a Minmatar Rifter from EVE Online, if you know it. It will reach Mach 1 under its own engines without the use of afterburners. It'll reach about 1600 kph under its own engines without afterburners. It'll reach about 4,500 kph with the thrusters and everything on. The pivot of the engine basically is forwards and backwards. You can control it more if you mess around with it. I just didn't want it to go straight backwards. This is what it's like to stop from 3000 kph and climb straight up. It's a really enjoyable flyer, like I showed. It's kind of like a ballerina. When it's in the air, you can fly forwards, backwards, twist around, do pirouettes if you want. Sorry. So I wanted to show you this little plan. I will try to make a model of this for those who are keyboard oriented, because I use a joystick and some of these axes will be harder to fix on a keyboard. There you go. And so I'll have to see how I do that. I'll probably upload it and make a little tutorial for that, or explain how to set up all the axes for it once I do. But it's a cool fighter. It's a pretty good fighter actually. It's a good dog fighter. You can control the speed, so you know, once you know at which speed you might shoot yourself, you can lower your speed really quickly in order to give a quick burst of all your guns together. And once the engines are set back, it doesn't really matter in which angle, it pushes you forwards. So it's like regular engines, even though they're in pivot. Flying a bit backwards, flying straight forwards. And we'll set her off right on a little concrete circle, like I like to do. And we'll go into the garage and I'll show you basically how this whole thing came together. I started basically with FPS propellers, and then I moved, they were just pointing down, and then I put jets on it, they were just pointing down. And then basically I enjoyed very much the afterburner effect. Once you get to 15,000 RPM, this hovers at about 10. But those little thrusts gives you a lot of power if you want to correct your angle of attack or where the engines are pointing. So we'll head into the garage. I'll just show you from the outside how they work one more time, if I haven't showed already. And that's about it. So let me show you what I started with. There you go. Here it is. What you got is a rotational gyro, an engine. Both are on hinges, and as you can see, I used the suspension as struts. So once you rotate the rotational gyro, it'll move the engine. If you connect two more to the other side, it'll move another one. You can connect how many really that you want. Like I said, it's not really my design. I saw something really similar to this and I just started playing around with it. I just saw somebody using only one strut and I figured out with this one you can make a few of them in a row. That way you can just control this and it'll move all of them basically. So I wanted to show you that. So if you want to make a VTOL or whatever and you have the mod or you have another idea of how to do this, I know of course about the way of using rotational gyros and a massive gyros inside and weight and whatnot in a wing. But that's not exactly what I mean. This is a little more controllable because you can keep pressing it and it'll stay in a certain angle. It won't go over that angle if you put more force to that, so you can just make it slower or faster. There is another regular gyro inside of the engine just for stability. So there you go, guys. I hope if you have this mod, this gives you the idea like I just said. I hope, and if I can and manage to upload the plane, I really hope you guys can enjoy it. It's I find it to be a ton of fun in my book. So thanks for watching and have fun, guys.